Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Now, straight to the bat, it could be that we lag a little bit. It could be that you're hearing some background noise. It could all be. I did my absolute best to get a second monitor to be able to do a live stream right now because so much has happened. Over the last couple of minutes, a ton of news came out, and I need to update you guys about that situation. But first, I'm going to quickly share this over on my Discord, if I can quickly paste it in. And that is because, well, it's interesting, yet there's only 10 people here because I just posted a different video. So if I can quickly share this in there. And there's, by the way, two things which came out. One from about, let's say an hour ago, and one from just 5 minutes ago, which really prompted me to just go live. I mean, yeah, I couldn't do anything else. I had to go live, I thought. So quickly sharing it in both the Discords, and then we can get popping. All right, give me 1 second. There we go. All right. I think a couple of people will hop on in from right now. Ooh, so yeah, new update, boys. New update. Once more, I just ran to the store to get myself a second monitor. If you're wondering if I've read everything, no, I glanced through the first one. The second just came out about 6-7 minutes ago, so we did not check it out just quite yet, but we will explore it together. I can also not see the top here as to which articles I have open, so it's going to be a little bit of a guessing game, but right. So first of all, this came out about, oh no, this is the one that came out 10 minutes ago. Let's see the other one first. So this is the one that came out first. Defendant Brad Garlinghouse files motion to obtain international discovery. And then there's a couple things shared here. What it basically is, long story short, is him lashing out at Binance. Please take notice that upon the accompanying memorandum of law, this is the first little letter, which actually is nothing substantial. Prior proceedings in this case, defendant Brad Garlinghouse will move to this court to issue under its seal and signature the attached letter of request, Exhibit 2 to the enclosed memorandum of law, on behalf of Mr. Garlinghouse to obtain documents from the following foreign third parties. And so I am assuming that this is just to explain, hey, we want to get some information from Binance Holdings Limited over in Cayman, on the Cayman Islands, I think, right? That's what this first letter was for, just really easy. For the reasons set forth in the attached supporting memorandum of law, which is right here. It's a pretty big document. Don't get distracted by this number 1 to 7. It is actually 50 pages long, the entire debacle. Let's see, letter of request, international, oh wait, basically, yeah, they're just requesting international assistance to get this information because it is across the world. Issued attached letter for request for international assistance pursuant to this number, compelling the above listed entity to produce documents, once more compelling, so that Mr. Garlinghouse can receive evidence before the close of fact discovery. As it's pretty interesting, Brad Garlinghouse wants to use this information, basically the fact that he traded most likely on Binance, or XRP is traded on Binance right now, to his own defense for his motion to dismiss. And I think that's rather interesting. Obviously, the SEC does not object anything, but let's quickly check it out. Binance Holdings Limited, and the court has authority to issue letters of request under the Hague Convention, which is basically a sign of, hey, I am allowed to question this. Then let's quickly go on here. Let's quickly move on. 2, the various entities are in possession of relevant documents in various foreign countries, which basically just speaks of the fact that, hey, let's quickly check it out. Mr. Garlinghouse seeks foreign discovery on the basis of his good faith belief that the listed entity possesses unique documents and information concerning this case, and specifically concerning the process by which transactions in XRP allegedly conducted by Mr. Garlinghouse on foreign digital asset trading platforms were conducted. The SEC amended complaint alleges that Mr. Garlinghouse sold more than 350 million XRP to public investors in the market. The AC specifies that the offers and sales of Mr. Garlinghouse were made on worldwide digital asset trading platforms, and that the XRP was sold to investors all over the world. So, right here, what I believe that Brad Garlinghouse is doing is he is wanting to talk to Binance to get his records, and for Binance to basically explain that transactions are not done in the United States, but provided to people all over the world and done basically worldwide and not US based. Because theoretically speaking, the SEC had their whole obligation to prove that Mr. Garlinghouse was doing this stuff on U.S. soil. Otherwise, the U.S. SEC has no jurisdiction over it, right? So, well, if they can show Brett Garlinghouse that it didn't happen in the U.S. and had nothing to do with these domestic sales that they are referring to, well, then that would be kind of in the clear, right? At least that would sound logical to me. As the SEC knows, Mr. Garlinghouse's sales of XRP were overwhelmingly made on digital asset trading platforms outside the US, and the motion of law in support of the defendant's motion to dismiss. In this case of transactions conducted on such foreign trading platforms, both the offers of XRP and the sales of XRP occurred on the books and records of the respective platforms, and therefore geographically outside the US. The SEC's failure to allege domestic offers and sales should be fatal to its claims for the reasons set out in Mr. Garlinghouse's motion to dismiss, yet I think they're just kind of backing that up. 3, the letter of request, I'm assuming. I don't know request is a word, so... By the way, guys, is it all clear? Are you guys hearing me properly, or what? Just quickly checking. I know there's not that many people in as we normally have. Just quickly checking if you guys can hear me. I like what you're saying, Huddle. You guys, oh, Jesper says you're hearing me fine. Where you guys are watching from? For right now, for me, it is about 7 p.m. I wanted to actually get some food, but this came out. I was like, nope. You hear me loud and properly? All right. That's perfect to hear. 3, the letter of request necessary to obtain the documents and information from the various entities and conforms to the required procedural safeguards. Once more, all kind of the regulatory stuff you don't really need to hear too much about. That's basically the motion or memorandum of law in support for the motion. This is basically how I would kind of fetch it from now is this letter right here, this 7-page letter, is Brad Garlinghouse's team explaining why they should get access to these documents. And this document itself is basically the motion itself, motion for discovery, motion to obtain international yada yada yada. What this refers to is Brad Garlinghouse, for his motion to dismiss, wants information from Binance to prove to the SEC that all the sales that he conducted were done overseas. Conclusion: for the foregoing reasons, Mr. Garlinghouse respectfully requests that the court execute the proposed letter of request attached hereto as Exhibit 2 for transmission to the appropriate authority for the above listed entity. And guys, that's where things take a pretty big toll here. Things are pretty extensive in terms of lettering. Here's the proposed order granting defendant Brad Garlinghouse motion for the issuance of a letter of request for international judicial assistance. This is basically, as I think, the court telling Brad Garlinghouse he can do it. At least that's as far as I can now know. Or him requesting the court to be able to do it. Not exactly sure about one of the two, which it is right there, but alright, that's not too important. Moving on though, because we need to go to exhibit number 2, right? Let's quickly check it out here. Request for international assistance letter of request. The United States District Court of New York respectfully requests international judicial assistance to obtain evidence for Brad Garlinghouse. Based on the representation made by Brad Garlinghouse, this court believes that Binance Holdings Limited is in possession of documents and has knowledge regarding material facts that are relevant for the proper prosecution of the referenced litigation. This court requests the assistance described below. And here is every single thing you need to know about exactly why they're questioning and what they're doing. You can see every single part. A response is requested by August 31st or as soon as practicable. So, well, at the end of the month at maximum, but most likely a little bit sooner. The reason why it's so urgent is mentioned right here too. The requested discovery is necessary to determine facts relevant to the above referenced litigation and to assist defendants in rebutting the SEC's claims against them. Through the presentation of evidence at trial, the period for fact discovery is 120 days following the court's ruling on any motions to dismiss filed by Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse, and those motions have been submitted. Expedient treatment of this request will allow the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York to make an informed decision on the merits of this litigation. And so, once more, you don't really need to really make yourself too acquainted with all this small talk here. It's all just the same as we've explained before. Why they need to get it, it all has to do with that Binance has information regarding the sales, and that's as far as I kind of got, right? Just kind of reading through this and kind of checking out of all of it. We might actually, if we really go deeper into it, find out the real specifics, but no, I don't think there's anything more interesting about this entire part here, guys. Just quickly going to number 2 here. Documents requests. Okay, this is exactly what they want. They want the account registration documents, records, and communication pertaining to each of the defendants. The transaction records for each buy and sell order of XRP by each defendant. The account balances for the accounts of each counterparty corresponding with each buy or sell order placed by the defendants. From January 1st, 2013 up to the present, the applicable user agreements, terms of service, or terms of use, pursuant to which the users purchased, yada, yada, yada. They want the applicable trading policies. They want the documentation describing trading platform functionality, market detail. They just want all the info from Binance. Holy smokes. Everything that has to do with XRP, they want it. I'm just quickly checking what you guys are saying. The chat box. US falling further and further behind the rest of the world when it comes to crypto. Well, I mean, there was one bill which just came in yesterday, so I'm not sure exactly. Guys, by the way, if you're watching right now, make sure you press that like button. As I just said, I literally went to the store to buy a new small monitor, which is actually huge, by the way. It's a huge monitor. I wanted to buy a small one, but they didn't have it. They just had a big one to get you guys this live stream. All right, so make sure you press the like button if you are enjoying these updates and appreciate the support. Because once more, I ran to the store for this, so I mean, a little bit of support is appreciated. It's pretty funny. I literally just saw the motions in this lawsuit and ran out the door to get a new monitor. Because with one monitor, I cannot stream. It's just, I can't do that. Oh, Jesper says, press it again. That then does it. Yeah, just press it once. They want how trades between exchanges. Okay, they just want all the information. I don't think we have to go over this one either. It's just the information, the IP, the location of the servers. That's actually an interesting one. Okay, and then this is the attachment number 2, which they mentioned at the start. This one is, I don't know how many pages. Let's quickly check it out. This is exactly what we were saying at the start. Stipulation and protective order. No, never mind. This is just all legal jargon. Nothing specific about Binance or XRP/Ripple in this one. Nope. All legal jargon. Nothing. Nope. Okay, so this one, never mind. I think we got actually the most important parts of this entire letter. Yeah, I'm just quickly checking out if there's anything else that we missed in here. No. This is all the legality of why they could request all of this and what exactly they're requesting, how that all works, the bounds of it, the privilegedness and whatever of it. We don't need to hear all that. We don't care about that. There's 2-3 more pages. Exhibit A is right here. The non-disclosure agreement. All right. Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson. I'm not exactly sure who is going to be titling or who's going to be signing this, but once more, we don't really care about that one either. I guess that's just normal formalities, right? That's always there. But one thing we should say is a settlement, which some people talked about before. Nope, not happening. All right, that's not close here. If that were to be closed, that would be really odd. So that leaves for more questions now as well. Like, why have they taken such a weird approach? Maybe it's because they're more focused on dismissing their personal lawsuits than the Ripple case entirely. I'm not sure exactly. I guess I got to kind of summarize everything a little bit later, but let's quickly go to letter number 2 because there was 2 things which came out. The first thing is, again, Brad Garlinghouse seeking information from Binance. Second part, let's quickly open up these links so we can check it all out, is another one of these letters is kind of the same thing. Maybe a different exchange? No, it's actually the same thing. This is only 2 pages long. The other one was also. Binance Holdings Limited, Grand Cayman. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what the difference is. Did I just open the same thing twice? Maybe I just opened the same thing twice. No, wrong one, guys, wrong one. I was like, it's this one right here. This one is from 7 p.m. There we go. This one just came out. Brad Garlinghouse files a second motion to obtain international discovery. Haven't had an opportunity to see if it's duplicative of today's earlier filing, but it was docketed separately. Okay, he thinks it's the same too. Real questions, it's duplicate. All right. So this is most likely also exactly the same thing. It's filed separately. I'm not exactly sure why that is. Let's quickly check to verify though. This one is 7 pages. This is the memorandum in law. Oh no, this is 47 and this one is 2. No, it's exactly the same thing. Alright, that's too bad because it's still Binance. I'm actually interested in this one. Guys, I am assuming that from here on forward, there'll be more of these letters coming up, logically speaking, because, well, in every single one of these motions we've seen before, they don't address just one exchange, they address a list of them, like bitrue, for example, as well. And so them only questioning Binance is either a proof of concept to basically show the SEC, hey, obviously, look at Binance, look at what we sold and bought over there. It's decentralized, it's not only in the United States, it's not at all in the United States, or it's just one of many. So it's going to be Binance and then bitrue, then Uphold, and every single exchange they need to basically show that none of those transactions were done in the US. I'm not exactly sure about which one, but we shall see, we shall see, we shall see. It is an interesting situation. Let me quickly see, guys. Are you following me over on Twitter just quite yet? I told you all, press like and I'm going to make an emergency update video. You guys hit like 50 likes within a couple of minutes. I was like, you know what? I'll run to the store to get a second monitor. And I still can't believe myself that I just did that. But I think everything is as clear as it should be right now. So we thought there would be a settlement coming. Why? Mostly on the basis that so many of these letters were not filed on time, and there were not as many discussions popped open by Ripple as we would find logical, which is just odd, or not peculiar. Now, to kind of counter all of that, the fact that they, for example, the SEC, hired a new trial lawyer, and the fact they just posted this, once more Ripple did, or I should say the individual defendants did, is more indication that there's no settlement coming. James Phillimer's right. The deposition most likely took place. We're going to most likely see some new document come out throughout the next couple of weeks to kind of showcase all of this. But as it currently stands, this is just a good little letter because they're trying to fight for this motion to dismiss. And I can't say anything except for saying I like it. What do you guys think about this one? Just let me quickly know in the chat box. I'm reading it right now. What do you guys think about the letter that just came out? Is it good, bad? I can only say good things about it, can't say anything bad, except for the fact that it's not that indicative of anything happening, except for the fact that they're trying to still fight on these smaller fronts. Then again, though, guys, don't rule out that this is just for the lawsuit against those two specifically, for Brett Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen, not actually for Ripple, because this entire motion has nothing to do with Ripple specifically. Don't forget that. So it could even be that Ripple and the SEC are on talks on a company level, and that the individual defendants want to take this one further. Sonny says nothing clear again. I'm going to say that this is actually one of the clearest letters we've ever gotten. This is extremely obvious exactly what they're requesting, why they're doing that, and the way they're going about it. It is just them trying to get some information from Binance to prove that all these transactions happened overseas and not in the US. So in terms of how clear is the letter, extremely clear. What exactly are they meaning with this? Extremely clear too. Are we clear in, however, whether or not they actually deposed William Hinman or all that stuff? No, that not, I guess. So from that perspective, you're right. It's not all that clear. But the letter itself is pretty obvious, I think. Why? Ripple will come out of this way ahead of other crypto in the US. Think Caterpillar turning into a butterfly. The SEC caught with their hands in the cookie jar. Yeah. I do also wonder exactly how it works for Chris Larsen and why they file these things separately. I guess because they're separate law firms and the rules apply differently too, because I guess from a certain perspective, Brett Garlinghouse has a different thing to defend than Chris Larsen. Brett Garlinghouse obviously is not the founder of the crypto, is just a normal market participant, more so because he's a CEO of the company Ripple. He's not a co-founder of the XRP ledger, and thus he has a different type of connection with it. You want a 30-second recap? 30-second recap is, letter is really clear. Brett Garlinghouse and kind of the firm around it wants information from Binance to prove that the SEC never had jurisdiction over those sales. And so that is why they're requesting help, and with the help of the court, they're requesting information from Binance to show their policies at the time, show their policy throughout the year, show every sale that Ripple's Brett Garlinghouse has made, show every sale that has been received and all of that stuff. Just all the account information they want to have. And it's pretty funny because you would think that this is the SEC's job to prove that they were doing something wrong by getting all of this, but it's pretty funny that they're using this in a motion to dismiss the lawsuit in kind of a contradictory fashion. So, Sonny says, thank you, Dusty. Yes, the letter is clear, but not the outcome. I guess this show will be end September. I'm not exactly sure what you mean with that. This letter is due August 31st. We might get it sooner than that, though. But I guess from November on forward, when things really get into summary judgment territory at the end of October, things might start to get really interesting from that point on forward, I guess. Right now, though, it's still a guessing game. We don't know if he's been deposed. We don't know anything along those lines. We don't know anything. What we do know is that Brett Garlinghouse's lawyers are savage. That's true, Hodl. They're pretty damn good. They know what they need. They know what they want. XRP says the public deserves to know the questions asked and answers gave during the deposition. The SEC is supposed to be for the public. The speech was a public speech. This is BS. Yes and no. Obviously, this is bureaucracy. It's the court and it's the way that those things go. We can't really, put any requests like, oh, the public needs to see, because it's not up to us to decide that type of stuff. We're going to see it eventually when the U.S. decides that it's the way it should go, which is most likely when they need to make it public for some reason. Otherwise, not really. Does this have to do anything with the laws from Congress regarding digital securities? Not really, I would say. No. Could? Yeah, I guess it could. Maybe in some odd fashion, but I don't really think so. You could say that brokers have new rules now, so no, I don't know though. This is just obviously for the lawsuit itself, for the motion to dismiss. There's no real deeper meaning behind it, I don't think. Maybe there is, but I'm not able to find it just quite yet. Let's see, Bulgaria says, Gary Gensler has decided that the SEC will not admit that XRP is a security today, continuing the damage for thousands of XRP holders and harming U.S. innovation. I'm also not even sure if Gary Gensler is actually involved with any of this, to be honest with you. It could even be that he's never been involved with the SEC Ripple lawsuit at all. He's just been observing, but not really making any decisions for it, as he could have, done some stuff against it, yet he didn't. Yet he's also not saying anything about it at all, though, so I mean... Let's quickly see what you guys are saying. Only way Ripple doesn't walk from this in the clear is if men in... Let's not say that. I'm not going to say that out loud. Jeremy Hogan had a new video saying that there's new laws that will make XRP not a digital security. It was an Asian lady talking, though. Yeah, it's his wife, I believe. I didn't check that video out just quite yet. The bill itself, I read the majority of the articles surrounding it. It's really freaking confusing. But I'll check the video out and give you guys an update later if it is relevant. Of course, I got you. Don't worry about it. But it is his wife. CryptoComic says, I will do a live feed and talk about Dusty and Brad Kimes and all of them folks ignoring the information sent to them. Information sent to me? KYC is forcing you to use the all caps name. You use that unlawfully converted name, you lose. Not sure exactly what you're referring to, CryptoComic. So once more, guys, for all the people just joining right now, this is actually one of the worst streams I've ever done in terms of views, but it was pretty funny still to me. TLDR, Brett Garlinghouse is requesting from Binance information regarding his account to help him squash the entire debacle with the SEC right now. Will a settlement happen? We don't really know. I'm going to be checking out the video regarding the bill. Don't worry about it. And I'll give you guys an update on that a little bit later today as well. I have one video coming up later talking about some insider trading if there were to be a settlement eventually. Please understand that does not mean a settlement is coming anytime soon, but I still think it's about to be rather interesting. All right. Do I have anything else to say about that? No, I don't think so. Should we move our XRP from Binance? Whatever you want to do, man. I can't really give you guys too much info on that. I've explained before, Binance is a little bit of a scary one to have your money on because it's the biggest exchange, so they're going to have the most amount of strange rules coming in soon. Yet, it's also the biggest, and I do have my own money on there. Guys, quickly press that like button for me right now because that will show this stream and eventually the video to more people. Might just help out. I'm going to check the videos that you guys requested me out. And I'll give you guys more updates later today. There's a ton of stuff to cover today, though, so don't worry. It's not going to be a boring day. Once more, make sure you press the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See you guys again in another crypto video later today.